Have you ever had a Michael at your organization? And I'm not just talking about the name Michael, which of course is pretty popular. I'm talking about the idea of a Michael, the person Michael. Here's who my Michael was, and that was his real name. I worked at a healthcare location for quite a period of time as their HR manager. And I would come into the lobby and have to make a right turn down the hallway to get to my office. And inevitably, Michael was standing right outside of my office door. That was prior to 8 o'clock. I didn't have time to put down my purse, take off my coat if I was wearing one, couldn't go to the community coffee pot, grab a cup of coffee. Michael was always standing right there. And a lot of times I thought, oh, here goes my day. This is how it's starting out. Because Michael didn't stand there to say, hey, Steph, how's it going? Good to see you, or anything like that. Michael typically had some sort of a complaint. He had an issue, he had a grievance. He was always feeling unheard. He was feeling maybe unsafe, insecure. There was always some sort of an issue with Michael in the organization. And it put me in the position of thinking, okay, do I attend to his needs right now? Or do I put it off because there are more pressing things that were on my schedule for 8 o'clock in the morning? So, depending on what it is, I would have to make a choice, and inevitably, Michael would come back again, or we would deal with his situation right then and there. The interesting thing was this: when we ultimately got rid of our CEO, who was a very toxic individual, ironically, Michael showing up in front of my door also changed. It was the connection that I don't think a lot of us were really seeing at the time. But when you have a culture that's really toxic, it's affecting everything. It's not all about the policies and the procedures. That's not what culture is all about. Certainly, it's part of it, but it's not everything. When your culture is toxic and people are unhappy, they're not feeling heard, they're feeling insecure about a variety of things, whether it's their job security, their family medical leave time, their benefits, whatever it may be, it all trickles down and has an effect. And so, interestingly enough, it took a while to notice, but I realized that when that toxic CEO was gone and replaced by somebody who was very different and a wonderful person to work for, everything else changed. And so I want you to also look for the same thing in your own organizations. Are you having Michaels that show up and are constantly needing help from you because maybe they aren't the problem? Maybe there's something else that you should be looking at. It's something to think about. And if you want a little bit more deep conversation on that and to go a little bit into the diagnostics of it, I actually do have a culture survey that you can take, and I'll put the link below in the notes. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you like this video. Give it a like and subscribe to the channel as well. Great talking to you. We'll see you next time.